been feeling blessed. Feeling blessed. Never chase a hoe, we chase a check. Chase a check. I got all these diamonds on my neck.
It was the Check-In TV. Let them know who we here with.
Yeah, you know we here with Third World Don, leader of the Third World Gang, straight from Kingston, Jamaica.
How you get your name?
I used to go by the name of Mike Beats because I started off as a producer, and I did a project in 2016 called Third World Don because I had a trilogy series. All the series, it started with Third World American Dream, and the next chapter of the series was going to be Third World Don. And when I went to California and got a record deal with Capitol Records, they, you know, we came up with the name going with Third World Don.
So you do your beats and you make the music?
Yes, sir.
Everything yourself?
Yes, sir.
So how long you been rapping?
Shit, since I came out the motherfucking womb. You know what I mean? Professionally, I've been doing it now for a little bit over 10 years.
Tell me a little bit about the brand or the business you have that you're pushing.
So right now the brand is Third World Gang. Obviously I'm Third World Don. Right now we're trying to go into music, fashion, film, clothing, anything we could get our hands on. We're trying to infiltrate.
How you feel about the support you get from the city?
For a lot of day, Miami, Florida is like my second home. I've been here, you know, I spent the majority of my years down here. A lot of the culture down here is soaked into who I am as a person, into my style. So it's like the crib, like they say, it's the crib. You know what I mean? I fuck with all of my Miami, Broward artists, and all of them fuck with me. Shout out to the city.
What's your biggest inspiration doing all of the music and everything you do?
God. I'd have to say God. You know what I mean? I done been through so much shit in life, and to see where I came from and where I'm at now is just amazing. I gotta give it up to God. You know what I mean? He's the one that keep the wheel turning, keep shit going for me personally.
In 5 years, where you see yourself being?
I don't really too much try to focus on the future. I try to kind of focus on right now. But I would hope to be in 5 years like in a better position that I'm in now. I would hope to have growth as an artist, as a person. You know, that's how I see myself in 5 years.
Tell us about some of the collaborations you say you want to work on for the future.
Definitely artists that are unique, that can contrast my style. I've done a lot of collaborations, but I realize that I kind of have like an overpowering kind of style. So it's like I want to collaborate with people that would mesh, you know.
So how do you feel like your music fits into the industry today?
I think it makes its own. I think it doesn't fit. I think it makes its own lane. It's kind of like when the SWAT team kick your door in. That's kind of like where my style is at. You know what I mean? They're not trying to let me in the industry, but we're gonna kick the door in. You know, and tell motherfuckers get the fuck on the ground, basically. You know, I was doing the rap. You know, first I started off with the production, being a producer. Then, you know, I was doing the rap shit for years, and then I started to experiment with the singing, and trying to figure out like how to represent my culture and where I'm from in hip hop, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't realize, but hip hop is started from Jamaicans, from you know, Jamaican culture, like us taking that style to New York and them taking it and making hip hop. So just trying to figure out like how I could represent myself and my culture and still be authentic to hip hop, because I always knew I was a hip hop artist. I knew I wasn't a reggae artist. I knew I wasn't a dancehall artist. I knew from early I was a hip hop artist. And I was in Jamaica going to high school doing this shit when the shit wasn't cool. You know what I mean? Niggas used to laugh and say, yo, dog, why not us DJ? Or why not, you know what I mean? What the fuck you doing this rap shit? Like, you know what I mean? I was one of the first niggas doing this rap shit in Jamaica. So, you know, after years doing this shit, ups and downs, you know, I had my first platinum record when I was 21, went overseas, went on tour. I came back, just trying to reinvent myself. It took years and years, and I feel like I just reached a point in my life where I kind of put music to the side and I was just in the street. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going to get rich one way or another. So I started applying that hustle and that grind to the streets and just going through you know, taking L's, frustration, ups and downs. It was just kind of like the pain and the rejection and the frustration built up to a point where, like, when I was recording, it was just like, you know what I mean? It was coming like that. So it's like even songs like Ray Charles, like, when they trying to see me locked up, like, that's how I really was feeling. Like, at that time, like, when I made those songs, I had built a studio like this for myself, and I was living in the studio. I was sleeping on the floor on a fucking plastic shit, like one of these soundproof shits. And it was just like so much pain and hurt and frustration and anger. It's just like, it just came out through the music. And that's how I feel like Third World Dawn was born. That's how that style was born. So it's really just like, you know, when I say I don't write, like, I literally put my emotions, like, what I'm feeling on every track at the time.
Straight from the soul.
Straight from the soul, yeah. That's why I feel like it resonates so much with people, because they can feel it. It's authentic.
Tell us about some of the artists that you plan to work with.
Well, I could tell you a couple of the artists that I have worked with. I got records with Sizzla, who to me is like one of my inspirations coming from Jamaica. Legendary reggae artist. I got a joint with Trippie Redd. I did some work with Nipsey before he passed. God bless the dead. Got a joint with Trey Songz. Working on a joint right now with Kendrick Lamar. A couple in the works, a couple I can't speak on, but that's pretty much the sum of it right now. Niggas, I don't think people understand or realize, like, it's a difference between American artists and Jamaican artists. Like, our culture is so authentic. There's no fake Jamaican artists. It's impossible for you to live a fake lifestyle and promote a fake lifestyle and get away with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, niggas really die over beefs. Niggas really get shot every day. Niggas really get, you know, it's real. So it's like, the shit you see, like a nigga like Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel is in jail right now, prison, for a double murder. Like, these niggas is really living this shit. So that's the culture I grew up from. You know what I mean? Being authentic to what you're saying. It's, you know, I can't tell you a fake Jamaican artist. You know what I'm saying? There isn't one. And that's the big difference between the, you know, America and Jamaica. So when you see reggae artists and you hear niggas talking about certain shit, it's real. It's real. You know, you can have the most grind in the world and not make it. It's just a combination of talent, grind, luck, you know, and just being authentic. And people just, you know, gravitate towards the shit. So that's where my I don't give a fuck coming, because my whole career I've been caring about what people thought about my music. You know, what style is hot. Damn, I need a hit single. Damn, I need this. Damn, I need that. Now it's like, I really don't give a fuck, man, because music is objective. I could play a song and you could be like, yo, that's my shit. And he could be like, I don't like that. But does it make the quality of the song not what it is? It's just an opinion, right?
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck about anyone's opinions. You know what I'm saying? I just try to care about, I feel like I'm a music critic, and you know, I have an ear for music because I study music. It's in my craft. So I try to study, like, what's the quality, and I try to just uphold myself to the highest quality possible. And once I uphold the highest quality to myself, then I don't really give a fuck what somebody's opinions are, because I know I gave forth the best of myself. You know, what you think, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. If you hate my music, you don't want to listen to it, you know, I still respect it. But I just care about making sure that I deliver the best quality possible.
At the end of the day, it's always you who's gonna be your worst critic. It's you who know what's actually bad.
Exactly.
It's like, if I came in, if I built this room for you, I'll know where every fuck up is, but you'll come in and be like, yeah, man, this shit look nice, man.
That's
you
a
ready
fact.
to get paid?
Exactly. Exactly. That's a challenge too as an artist, because, you know, there's what the consumer wants, and then there's what you like. What I like don't necessarily mean that everybody else is gonna like that. So that's another skill of being an artist, of knowing, like, okay, the consumer wants this. They like this side of me. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why every artist has their big records and they have their other records. You know what I'm saying?
And then the big artists, their favorite artist is somebody who they fans would never listen to.
Fact, that's a fact.
because like the shit that inspired them ain't necessarily what they putting out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the artists usually more well-rounded than the people they catering to.
Yeah.
Like jazz. So many people go into music and they study jazz, but they don't play jazz. They just go and learn all the concepts so they can go in and take advantage of it themselves, because they understand that shit, so much shit happened over here. Like I can go and learn a thing or two. But most people, they ain't trying to go and listen to that. But it's like your favorite rapper. He ain't saying something for everybody, but the people who got an ear for it will understand. Like,
that's what Tupac was saying. Tupac was saying that I might not be the one that changed the world, but if I can inspire individuals that change the world, that's what I'm here for. And he did. You'd be surprised who listens to Tupac. You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of like where I am with it. I'm okay with whatever it plays out. Like, as long as I'm happy, I know my purpose on this earth is to inspire others. And I feel like that's the highest act of that anyone could do as a person, is to inspire others, because it's a selfless act.
You take everything you learned in the world and say, all right, let me create something. This is me right here.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
And so you take this however you will. If it inspired you to do this or that, like I put me out there.
And I took my lessons. I went through the bullshit. You know, so you don't have to go through it. Learn from what I went through and skip that shit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of motherfuckers that been through it, but they don't want to give motherfuckers the game. They want motherfuckers to go through the same shit that they went through.
Yeah.
That's selfish.
I sit there and watch you fall.
Yeah. Facts. That's a fact. And it's about laying a solid foundation. For me, if I affected 100 people and I changed their lives, that to me has a greater effect than being a buffoon for millions of people. Because you just going to be the next trend on Instagram, or the next shit on TikTok, or the next laughing stock on fucking YouTube. But did you affect anybody's life? Did you change your life? And then when you go down the block 10 years from now, you going to be the fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah. They're going to laugh you out of Wendy's, or laugh you out of Burger King, or some shit, or beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like Tekashi, he could pay for security for the next 10 years, but somebody going to beat his fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Somebody going to catch him. 10 years from now, hey nigga, we got this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't run from it. So it's like, you know, I tell the young niggas, man, be solid. Be a stand-up nigga. Because karma's real. What you put out in the universe is going to come back to you. So I just try to put out positivity. Yeah, I talk about where I'm from. Yeah, I talk about what I've endured. I talk about the truth and the reality about my situation. But, you know, I talk about violence, but the way I talk about violence is like, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to defend my family, my friends. I'm going to protect what's mine. I ain't say, yo, I'm going to go bust a nigga head for nothing. Like, everything I say got a purpose. And that's what I feel like. Niggas just got to stand for something. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. Really. Shout out to everybody that been tapping in on YouTube, Instagram, on Spotify, running up the numbers. Shout out to all the people that download Bless. Shout out to anybody that's going through some hard times, man, that wants some inspiration. Shout out to all the artists that's doing their thing, man, you know what I mean? That's what we represent. Positivity, upward movement, you know, progression. Third World Gang. Produced by Jaleel Beats.
Oh God, you know I'ma get it how I live. Oh God, tell me how much spend a nigga with. Oh God, all my niggas really with the shit. Oh God, all my niggas really with the shit. Oh God, put a rich million on my rib. Oh God, that's a $250,000 on my wrist. Oh God, really in the kitchen with the whip. Oh God, really in the kitchen with the whip. Oh God, fish scale, on the big scale. Things blowing up a flip sale. Hit the parking lot and do a fish tail. Bitch, I had to do a quick sale.
Shout out my nigga Dave.
Oh God.
My niggas got creams, my bitches got checks. Just counted another 100, you niggas look stressed. I'ma smoke a pound and break down the rest. Niggas iffy, got my glizzy, I just fell a fast. I pray to God that I don't got a name. We gon' make somebody proud tonight. Them niggas with you, they ain't riding right. Ain't got no time to hate on nobody, I got a life. Bitch, I'm on the Forbes list for real. Maserati or the Porsche just to chill. Honestly, I could've bought niggas deals. baptized, I know how a corpse really feel.
On God, you know I'ma get it how I live. On God, tell me I might split a nigga with it. On God, all my niggas really with the shit. On God, all my niggas really with the shit. On God, just put a Ricky Millie on my grid. On God, that's a quarter.
Shout out Check In TV, running a fantastic interview on my artist Third World Don. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Third World Don, TWD. You already know, Drench God.
Big Montaigne.
Big Montaigne though.
Big Montaigne.
Big Montaigne.
Clearly.
Pussy Clyde.
Wake up in the morning feeling blessed. Feeling blessed. Never chase a hoe, we chase a check. Chase a check. I got all these diamonds on my neck, diamond on my wrist, thotties on my dick. Bitch, I'm blessed. You know I'ma die for my respect. Try me every day, I be with the shit. Bitch, I'm blessed. Bitch, I'm blessed. Hey, hey, hey. Money coming in, it's coming in.